Well, the coronation of our savior, King Obama, was today, and you have a lot to look forward to in these next 4 years. He doesn't have anything to worry about. He's going to do what he wasn't able to do the last 4 years because he doesn't have to worry about being reelected, unless, of course, he changes the Constitution and allows more than 2 terms. Now, this is the transcript of his inauguration speech, and anybody who watched it and really knows what's going on saw that there was a couple of interesting things in it. And I would say the most interesting thing here was saying that Americans have never relinquished our skepticism of central authority, rightly so. And that he further down here says that we have understand that we are in changing times and we must change our beliefs and our founding principles. So he's coming out right in this speech saying to embrace central authority. Big government is the answer to all of your problems. And that is not the only thing in that speech that was alarming. He talked about, gay rights, all this other stuff, but I found this the most alarming. And of course, you can read this for yourself. I'll have the link in the description below. And anybody who is against Obama and is against big government is now going to be criticized. And right here, Lupe Fiasco, a rapper, was thrown off stage during a pre-inauguration event for calling Obama a terrorist. I'm a little surprised at this rapper. I expected him to be a big liberal, but he actually, called out Obama, calling him a terrorist for using illegal drone attacks, and he was thrown off stage because you, of course, cannot say anything against, the Fuhrer here. And it just goes to show the big police state cracking down on anybody who has anything bad to say about our Fuhrer. And if you're in New York, if you haven't already left and you're planning to, hunker down with this new gun law, here is what you're going to have to do in the following months. Register all of your assault rifles, get rid of your clips that are over 7 rounds, your magazines that are over 7 rounds, and you can read all of this here. I'm not going to go into all of it, but it is pretty crazy. And in fact, what I found pretty funny is in their earlier proposals before this was enacted, the Democrats actually proposed full confiscation of assault rifles and 10-round clips. It says right here, here's the list of proposals they had, and a Republican in the state legislature has actually brought this up, and here the video's right here, you can watch it. I'll have the link in the description below, of course. And after he mentioned this in the state, in one of the state legislature sessions, a Democrat said, please don't mention that, please don't put it in the public, because it would ruin the proposal. And he says, New York Democrat pleads with Republican not to share document. People are waking up. They're scared. For finally, saying, no, you're not going to take our guns. But there needs to be more people that say that. We need to have more rallies in state capitals and tell them you're not going to do this. Maybe New York is a lost cause, but there's still 49 other states that aren't. This is from InfoWars, and supposedly the Department of Homeland Security, Big Sis, Janet Napolitano, is proposing installing microphones in urban areas that can listen on conversations. And I guess that's Chicago, big cities, New York, whatever. Just another reason you don't want to live there. If they have extreme gun control, and now they're going to have Big Brother, Big Sis in this case, spying out what you say. I mean, this is the thought police right here. 1984 is coming. If you don't need any more evidence, it's right here. A little thing about Sandy Hook here. Supposedly, CNN, during the breaking of the Sandy Hook shooting, right when it became breaking news, they supposedly went to a drill in a school that wasn't Sandy Hook. It was like a Catholic elementary school, and they were showing the wrong footage. Here it is right here. Well, this is Sandy Hook, but this right here is not Sandy Hook. This is St. Rosa Preschool, and they went to the wrong school. And a little strange. I'm not going to read all this. I'm not going to show everything, but read that for yourself. Like I said before, still don't kind of skeptical on if it was a government operation or not. I am going to make a video soon. I haven't finished it yet about my thoughts on Sandy Hook. It'll be out in the days to come. And an activist is calling U.S. drones illegal because of international laws, and it is true. We kill. A study came out I think it was last year, that said we actually kill more innocents than, I think it's what the number was. For every quote-unquote bad guy killed, we killed 50 innocents. And of course, Obama can shed a fake tear for Sandy Hook, but he could give a rat's ass for Afghani children and Pakistani children who did nothing wrong except being in the same vicinity as the quote-unquote bad guy. Like I said before, tell everybody you can about what's really going on. They are coming out in force against our liberties. Obama came out and said it right in the inauguration transcript, that it is time for us to embrace central authority and not be afraid of it. Big Brother is coming. Be ready for it. Another thing that you might want to look at and watch is Obama's State of the Union address, which I'm not exactly sure the exact date, but it's going to be coming in the next couple of days, and I'm sure he's going to mention his gun proposals and all that. Stay informed. Tell other people what's really going on. Keep watching and liking my videos. Thank you for the support. We actually have 240 subscribers now. Thank you for the support. God willing, I'll make a new video tomorrow.